Hey, what's up guys? Jake Su here. A lot of you really enjoyed the Kayron guide I uploaded and wow, you guys blew up the comment section. So today, we're back with another team guide. This time, it's a team you didn't know you needed. It's gonna be Haru, Khalipe and Amir. Now, if you're looking for that classic Haru anchor stacking 7 Energy Crit Wombo combos, this isn't it. But if you're looking for a different flavor of Haru that's stylish, tanky, and deals huge amounts of damage while almost taking none, this is for you. With this comp, you can chain 2 to 3 cost cards off of a single anchor shot and watch fireworks go off. It's basically a one-button combo machine. Now, as always, we do have our sheets right here, and I'll be putting it here. So, for the first, day, because I haven't slept yet, you'll be seeing the rough version first. But hey, at least you have access to it, right? This team revolves around the Celestial, or what we now call the Heaven cards. They just changed it. You see this? Heaven. It used to be Celestial. So what are Heaven cards? Heaven cards are 2 or 3 cost cards that auto-activate when you use another 2 cost card. Both Khalipe and Amir have Heaven Epiphanies, especially Khalipe. She has a lot of Heaven tags that works well with her. The goal here is simple. Stack as many Heaven upgrades on both Khalipe and Amir as much as possible so their cards trigger automatically every time Haru acts. Haru becomes your main DPS and the one who will constantly proc their Heaven cards while stacking her anchor shots, while Khalipe and Amir provides additional big damage. Now, since this team runs no healer, you'll want to focus on shield upgrades for Khalipe. For Amir, we're gonna be prioritizing Heaven cards and the upgraded Metal Hurricane, as you can see right here, which turns her into a reliable follow-up attacker that procs on shield gain. Now, let's start with Amir. Amir's job is to deal follow-up damage whenever Khalipe sets up shields or when your turn ends. So for hovering metal and metal extraction, you would always go Heaven variant. No debate there. You want this to trigger for free, because on vanilla, if you don't have public cards, you only have 3 energy. Yep, you're on a tight budget. For Metal Hurricane, you would always want to go for the upgrade variant. Other versions just slows the deck down since Haru would eat most of your energy. You only have 3 and her anchor shot will cost 2. That's why the best one here for Amir is the upgrade version. What it do is at the end of your turn, you will basically do an AoE attack. Very good. An AoE attack, essentially making Amir just a follow-up character. She will follow up on shield gain and she will follow up at the end of the turn. And I know it's hard to get the upgrade variant, so yeah, it would be fine. You can run the attack variant like me. I don't have her upgrade variant. As you can see right here on the cards, it's the attack variant and it's been rough. It's hard to get the upgrade variant. So yep, you can just use this. Now, before anyone says, how could you say it's the best? You haven't even tried it. I didn't say I haven't tried it. I don't have it. That's what I said. As we all know, chaos runs don't always go your way, especially with the zero system, where mistakes leads to unfinished decks because you either run away or die. For Metal Pierce, go for the highest damage variant or vulnerable if you want to buff Haru's cards. Both are correct, really, like it's up to you. And then finally, you would want to remove her attack cards and the shield card. Khalipe has your defense covered. You don't need these defense and this attack, but as you can see, I have it here because that's how your save data works, apparently. So as you can see here, the save data, if it says normal, then it will only save about half of the deck that you will be able to build on the chaos run. If it says high, it's mostly gonna keep 80% of what you did. And very high, I don't know, maybe 100%. I haven't really tried very high yet. And these ones are from the Zero system, which you can unlock at level 4. Even at Nightmare mode on Chaos, it's only gonna be normal. Now let's go ahead and talk about Khalipe. So Khalipe's role is simple. All she needs to do is keep her shields up and stack her Silver Veil procs. Now, what is Silver Veil? Every 3 stacks, she basically deals a huge 400% defense-based hit, so we'll build to trigger that as often as possible. Let me just show you my deck for Khalipe. As you can see here, this is the Silver Veil. Silver Veil stacks. I failed to get Silver Veil on her rally, which is pretty sad, but it is what it is. We'll just have to try again. Now, let's discuss her cards. Let's start with Vulture Ejection. For Vulture, you would always want to prioritize the shield variant. Remember, you have no healer on this team. No healer means you need consistent protection. Other versions like the 30% shield per card or the retain, these are good, but I would say the 122% shield is the best. Now, Vulture Ejection is like her bread and butter, so you would always want to get more copies of this. As you can see, I have 3 on this deck. I have 3 Vulture Ejection. Ideally, you would want at least 2 rally, so you can pull these things out easier, and a rally that has a Heaven stack. But before that, let's talk about the Great Sword Aquila, or just the Great Sword. So for the Great Sword, there are 1 cost and 2 cost variants. It even has a Silver Veil, but I would only suggest the 1 cost variants, okay? You should never, and I mean you should never go for the two cost variants. The reason why is it's gonna become unusable since Haru will be using your energy. Like essentially what happens is that Haru 2 costs and then you can use the Great Sword as 1 cost. The only time you can use the 2 costs here, you know, the cost +1 plus 100% damage, the only time you will be able to do that is when you don't have Anchor Shot. Now for this one, you could never go wrong with these 2 cards, the Retrieve version and just the flat out damage. Personally, I went with the 214% damage, but I also tried Retrieve and both are really strong. For Overpower, the 40% shield per card variant is king. Like this is the one that you should go for. But you know, since it's RNG, if this doesn't show up, you'll be good with this one, with Ravage, with 2 vulnerable or weaken. Now for Rally. Okay, let's talk about Rally. I would say the best for this card is definitely the Heaven variant. This is it. Like you should always gonna be going for the Heaven variant. Now, if in case you can't get the Heaven variant, it's gonna be this one, the one that lets you choose what card to pick. But man, you should always go for the Heaven variant. It's what makes the entire kit flow. It summons your Vulture card and adds Silver Veil, allowing you to proc the Silver Veil up to 3 times, which is crazy by the way, but I can't do it with my current deck. I was able to do it with a different deck though. Let me just show you a different deck that I have. It's with this one. So as you can see, I went with 2 Heaven Rally. Oh, actually I have 3 and I have 2 Vulture Ejection. Ideally, you would want to go for 3 Vulture Ejection, but this is when I don't really know how Khalipe works. So yeah, that's why I ended up with 3 Rally. But for this video, I'll be going with this deck because this is so much better. I mean, that one is fluid, but it has too many unnecessary cards. And that's why we're gonna go with this one. And that's it for Khalipe. Now let's go to Haru. Now, Haru plays a bit differently in this setup. You'll still stack Anchor Shots, but it's not gonna be as fast as with high AP crit burst comps. Like if you have Mika, you'll be able to like use the critical. This one, upon critical hit, return to hand, you'll be able to like abuse this one. But for this team, you won't be able to do that because you only get essentially one anchor shot per turn. But the trade-off is you're basically immortal with your shields up. Like nothing's gonna go through you. If it goes through you, then oh my gosh, you're probably under level. So yeah, it's not a bad trade-off if I say so myself. Plus, Khalipe's Silver Veil and Amir's follow-up adds a ton of passive DPS or damage, so you're not really missing a lot because the entire team is gonna be dealing damage. It's not just Haru anyway. So let me just show you my deck for Haru. Now this is not a complete deck, it's a bit of a mess, but for now this one's gonna do. I just recently got Haru, so yeah. Now let's talk about her upgrades. So for Anchor Shot, personally, I always go with this one, just the flat out increased damage. You could go for the other upgrades, like for this one. You can create this card and draw a pile. You can create 2 per battle, but maybe set variants, since your energy is limited, 1 solid shot per turn is what's gonna happen. You do an anchor shot and then Amir and Khalipe will do their thing. That's the gameplay of this team. Now for anchor pointer, you will want to always go for the critical buff variant, even though you're not gonna go for this one, right? The critical resets. You're just aiming for the extra critical. Now I would only suggest this if you have other sources of critical, like from your potential and your memory fragments. If you don't have those, then just pick another upgrade like the retain or the retrieve. All of them are good, but this would be the best one, but only works if you have other sources of critical. Now for power charge, I would always go for the attack weakness, but you can never go wrong with attack weakness in this one, like the defeat. It would activate twice if you manage to defeat an enemy. Now for charge energy, you can't go wrong with any of them. It just depends on your playstyle, right? You could go with the 70%, you could go for the 30% that gives you draw. It's for utility. It's up to you. But if you want to make your life easier, you can go for the upgrade variant. It's very good for long fights as well. I love this one personally because you can just set it and then forget it. But only for this team, okay? Only for this team. If you're gonna be using Haru on a different team, then that's a different story. Now with that out of the way, let's take a look at what cards you want to remove for the entire team. Right, so I have it right here. I forgot to put the shield here, but you would also want to remove Amir's shield, which is this one. You would also want to remove this because you don't need to be doing shields with her. For Khalipe, it's gonna be the basic cards, her 1 shield and then this one, the lashing. You won't be removing the 2 cost normal attack for Khalipe because this is gonna be AoE. So this is very useful. Now for Haru, you would want to remove her 1 cost attack, her shield, and then the 2 cost attack. You won't be needing this. You would rather do other cards than use this. Now these are the public cards that I always want to go for this team. This one is very good. It has retain, and retain means it doesn't leave your hand. I usually put this card on both Khalipe and Amir. This 2 cost attack, I add this to Haru. This is very good because it gives you free 1 draw. And you know this, the Sacred Strike, you can just break opponent's tenacity and it essentially just becomes a free card. Energy Barrier, if you want, you can add this card on all 3 of your characters. I haven't tried that yet. I don't know if it will crowd the deck, but I've tried 2 and 2 is really good. Protective Shout, I would ideally put this on both Amir and Khalipe. This just helps you out, add more shields, and helps you out against way too tough enemies, the enemies that deals a lot of damage. Essentially, all these cards helps you out proc Heaven tags, and they also provide a lot of utility or anything that helps cycling faster and provide more shield. Alright, enough about yapping. Let's put this team to the test. So for this one, we will be fighting Judas like last time because I don't know where we can actually test this team. If you know one, please let me know down in the comments below. For now, we'll be going to Judas, our favorite punching bag. Alright, so for the sake of this testing, I really want to show you guys how fluid it will be if we will be using the Heaven tag for Khalipe's cards. So this time we will be changing our loadout into this, where we have Rally as the Heaven tag. Now, the difference with this one is the Heaven tag for our Vulture ejection is it's gonna be retained, not the flat out shields. So yeah, that's just the disclaimer. Anyway, let's go ahead and beat this guy up. Also, I really don't want to test it out here with Judas because this guy messes up your combo. He likes to put his cards on your deck, and it's annoying when you manage to pull those. So if you guys really know any other stages, any other enemies where I could do testing, then yeah, please do let me know down in the comments below. Alright, so for this one, as you can see, select up to 3 cards to discard. This is the equipment I got for Khalipe, and it allows you to basically do this at the start of the turn. So now we're gonna, I guess, return Rally for now. So you, ooh, that's actually a good start, not gonna lie. So what happens is you basically discard 3 and then you draw 3. Where is it? It's one of those prism equipments, this one. Fragment of the Empty Void. Do I want to proc it now? We still have 1. Okay, let's just proc it here. Let's just proc it here. Nice, and after that, it will proc the Silver Veil. Nice. I end my turn because I don't want to waste the barriers. You can only use those cards once because of the exhaust element into it. Now, this is really bad because, you know, we only have the attack version, but that's what we're lacking for Amir. For now, I'll just do this into Metal Hurricane, which activates the Hovering Metal, which is a Heaven tag. You see how fluid it is? I only have 3 energy, but I'm using a lot of cards, right? Ironic, isn't it? And there you go. There you go. He started adding his crap on my deck. Okay, for this one, I'll just set up a shield and end my turn. Okay, you see that? So the Great Sword Aquila went back to my hand. The reason for that is because this is the retrieve. It will always go back to your hand for 3 times every time it goes to the discard pool. Now we have 2 Sacred Strike. Will that enough? Okay, that's not enough to like land a break, but that's fine. Now we don't have shields because we have this, you know, unnecessary cards is what it is. We'll just have to deal with that. Now we all our vultures are here, so I won't be able to pull any vultures. Let's see, highest cost right here is the Anchor Shot or the Overpower, so let's just trigger this one. We got the Anchor Shot. We don't even have enough for for that card. Anyway, is what it is. Let's just reset the deck and do it again. Okay, let's just start amping up our Anchor Shot. Okay, that's gonna land a break. Alright, awesome. Also, my Anchor Shot here, as I mentioned earlier, is the critical variant. It's the it returns if you land a critical hit, but I would advise that you instead just go for the flat damage because you won't be using multiple Anchor Shots anyway. Let's see here. Did it reset already? Okay, that's great. I'll just waste these cards. Do an Anchor Shot right here. Nice, that's stack number 2. And then probably this one. Because why the heck not? You see this? I have constant shields, which is really good. I use this card for more shielding. I can't believe this card is here, man. I really don't like that card. Pretty useless. Pretty useless if I say so myself. Okay, and my turn. Alright, I'll just use this. And then launch Metalize. And end my turn. I know I wasted my ego points there, but it's okay. We'll just build it up quickly anyway. Okay, so here, this power charge is really good because it has the, what do you call this? Divine upgrade, which reduces the cost into 1, meaning you could do power charge and then anchor shot. As you can see here, we only use the anchor shot twice, so you might want to, what do you call this? Reserve the lift anchor before using it once this reaches 5 stacks, right? I'm not saying that it will reach 5 stacks during this fight. It probably won't, but when it comes to like harder stages, you might want to do that. For now, let's just do this and then finish his phase 1. I think the anchor shot stacks will carry over to his phase 2. I think so. I think it should. Okay, it did. Because the cards are still here. They're all the same. Alright, awesome. So now we have 3 Heaven cards on our deck. Very cool. We're gonna trigger it with an upward slash, which will in turn call our 2 vulture cards on deck. You see what's going on here? That's just 1 card. Okay, that triggered our Silver Veil. Very cool. Very good. Wait, the other vulture is on the graveyard. Okay, that kind of sucks. Is what it is though. Let's just end our turn. Look at this guy having 3k shields. What an annoying boss. Okay, I'll just probably I want to keep the vulture card, but at this point might as well use it, right? Let's actually just use it. Here you go. It didn't do any shield because it's the retain variant. So normally if you went with the shield one, you won't be taking damage every time you proc the vulture. I'll go with this one. It's a bit sad because we have a bunch of junk cards going into our hand. But once this... I mean, if we're not fighting Judas, it will be a lot cleaner, you know? It's just that this guy loves to mess up your deck. Let's see. I'll just do that. Do this. Yep. That reset the deck. Of course, it's his deck again. Well, at least that's all of them. It should be my cards then. Next. Okay. Not the best, but that should do. That would do. Let's do this. Okay. And our turn. Okay. Now we have the anchor shot. Okay, let's see. Let's buff the anchor shot. It's okay. It has 3 times of use. Do I want to buff it right now? You know what? We'll buff it later. But I think what I want to do here is to just use... just buff it normally. There you go. Now he no longer has shields, but he is in trouble. He is in trouble, bro. Of course, the classic, putting his dirt on our hands. Okay, for this turn, I'll just do this. Nice, landed a break. Now it has 5. Okay, okay, now that calls for a buff. Oh my gosh, you are so in trouble, buddy. You are in trouble. This might kill. This might actually kill. Uh-oh. Oh, you're dead, bro. Well, let's use this so we can use this upgrade. Oh my gosh, you are so dead. He's so dead, bro. You're cooked. Crit. Oh, too bad it didn't crit. Oh man, it didn't even reach the Khalipe's combo. Alright, and that's it for today's video. It's a really fun team, really refreshing using a team that doesn't take any damage or almost doesn't take damage and doesn't actually deal with the punishing mental breaking design that this game has. And which character or setup do you want me to cover next? Drop it down in the comments below. And if you learned something or enjoyed the showcase, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Once again, my name is Jake2 and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now. John it.